or questions from council? Hearing none, congratulations to us, the people of Pontiac, for getting this piece of equipment. Thank you all who voted online. That concludes that. We're on to our next special presentation from Oakland County Downtown Redevelopment Project Status Update. We have Deputy County Executive Sean Carlson and team here, so without further ado, we'll give you the floor.
All right, thank you, President McGinnis. Appreciate the time and the effort here today, and I just want to make sure I got a clicker here, and I do. And I want to make sure that Deputy County is, as the Deputy County Executive, that Oakland County is continuing to stay in front of you and make sure that we're giving you status updates. And so that's what I will attempt to do here tonight. Take you through this. Want to just kind of share with you everything that's going on. I think it's important to continue to share because I know that there's folks out there that think, hey, is this ever going to really happen? And I just want to let you know that Oakland County is definitely leaning in, and we appreciate the citizens of Pontiac and the City Council and the Mayor's Office and all those that are leaning back and leaning in as well. Oakland County, this is our team here. Megan and I are usually the ones that you'll see in front of us, but this is our team that's leading on the downtown project. Our owner's rep, which is the group that is our fiduciary for Oakland County. This is our team that is supporting this project. You can see them. So we awarded that contract last January, February timeframe. The architect and engineer and urban planning team, HED, and this is the team. We awarded this contract last March, April timeframe. Our community engagement, some of you here that I've recognized have been at some of our community engagement, Sidewalk Detroit and AECOM, and we've done some activities and certainly outreach in the Pontiac area so far. Our construction management firm, we hired Granger, had very competitive bidding process. Granger ended up being on top. And then I'll get into the other one that's not mentioned here is Adamo, who we recently awarded the demolition project to. I'll get into that in a few slides. And then we are in negotiations with the developer. And I think if anybody saw the Cranes article last week, you can see some of the renderings that they had posted in that article. So we are working with what their team is called is Pontiac Forward. That is the Bogie Group, and Wallbridge is who we're negotiating with. This city council supported and adopted the MOA, the Memorandum of Agreement that was between the county and the city council here and the mayor. You can see the bullet points there on the bottom is really making sure that we're having a discussion and that we continue to keep it in front of us, this group, in regards to the demolition of the Phoenix Center parking structure, the construction and replacement of a parking structure, the reconstruction of Saginaw Street and Auburn and Orchard Lake Road, the transfer of 500 county employees, 2 acres of open space that will be conveyed to the city, back to the city, and compliance, making sure that we're compliant with all city ordinance and that we have a campus plan. So that is what the MOA said. This group has been meeting. We've met twice so far, and we will continue to meet. So we have community members and county members that sit on that group. The demolition of the Phoenix Center. So the Phoenix Center demolition bid was awarded to Adamo. The demo phases and timeline and road closures, proposed road closures, are shown on the next slide. We're going to make sure that we've got a safety plan. The entire structure will be enclosed with silt fencing, allowing access to demolition firm only. A full safety plan will be established prior to any demolition starting, and this safety plan will be coordinated with the City of Pontiac residents, Sheriff's Office, and all key stakeholders. There will be a communication plan. The county is working on this plan that will be shared with the City of Pontiac, residents, visitors, businesses, and occupants of 51111. That is an active building. That is a building structure that we own at this time. and we have mostly state of Michigan employees that are in that building. This is a proposed demo phases and timeline and road closures. You can see in phase 1, the soil erosion and sedimentation control plan. I'm going to pop down to the traffic maintenance plan, right-of-way permit submission, fencing plan. All of these things we're sitting down with Pontiac leaders, I believe tomorrow. Actually, is our team will be sitting down to make sure that we get the proper approvals with the city of Pontiac. We will not be moving forward until all these things are approved. You'll also notice I skipped the second bullet there for a second, this sustainability evaluation. Oakland County is really leaning in on sustainability and from an environmental perspective, and we'll be asking Adamo to make sure that we are looking at not only the reuse of the concrete and the rebar that is part of this structure, but also we'll be looking at the building structure that's on the top to see if any of that can be reutilized and reused as well. So we'll be doing that evaluation. I've heard that in regards to community members at the community dinner at the city council, and it was our promise to make sure that we were doing that as well. Phase 2, phase 1 is underway right now. Phase 2 is the proposed demo to begin on the south side. So when we say south side, we're talking about the cut would be Orchard Lake and Auburn. So the proposal at this time is to begin on the south side. Road closures are identified by the green highlighted areas there that you can see. And then also phase 2 will start in January of 2025. That is the proposal at this point in time. Of course, all the things that I mentioned in phase 1 need to be approved by the city of Pontiac before we can move on to phase 2. Phase 3 is a proposed demo begin on the north side, road closures identified by the turquoise and green highlighted areas as well. Phase 3 will start in March of 2025. The completion of the demolition is proposed to be scheduled to finish in August of 2025. So that is the information on the demo site here. The temporary parking plan, Oakland County is working with the city and the owners of the vacant former IRS building, which you can see the green arrow is pointing to that. The red mark right there is a former IRS building, so we're working with the owners of that lot to create some temporary parking for the 51-111 vehicles. We also will be asking to the city if we can get some temporary diagonal parking on Judson. Judson is 4 lanes right now, 2 going east and 2 coming west, and see if we can't use one of those lanes for temporary diagonal parking to make sure that we're accommodating those that are utilizing 51-111 as well as those that work in that facility. Shuttle services are also being evaluated. This is not comprehensive of all the phases in this, but I am going to share with where we're at right now. Demolition of the Phoenix Center, January 2025. As I mentioned, our target completion date is August. Construction of a new parking structure, August of 2025. So as we complete the demo, it is in the developer's package that will be done in 12 months. You can see August of 2026 is when we're looking for the completion of the new parking structure. Renovations at 31 East Judson. 31 East Judson is Ottawa Tower 2. That is the tower in which Oakland County will be moving 700 employees. I know you saw 500 employees. We've worked that number up to 700 employees to the 31 East Judson. And then Oakland County employees relocation to begin somewhere in April of 27 through August of 27. So that is where the proposed project timeline is now, and we will continue to update this. There's a lot of other moving parts, but we want to get in front of you with this. We've had community dinner. We've had things in the park. Our community engagement recently had a move and talk as well, where we invited residents from the community. I know that City Council member James was there. I had a nice conversation. She was on the walk and talk, or move and talk, and then I know the mayor was there as well, so we appreciate the attendance by city leaders there as well. So this gave us an opportunity to get some feedback and then kind of get a ground eye level of the different opportunities that exist. And you can see up in that top left corner, we had different groups take the walk along that path there. Some of the preliminary data results that we're getting in regards to feedback has been put into kind of 5 different buckets by Sidewalk Detroit relating to the commercial development that prioritizes restaurants, retail, and entertainment opportunities that are affordable and inclusive. Economic and workforce development that provides direct support, education, and resources to local businesses, entrepreneurs, and workers. Accessible housing developments that promote neighborhood safety and meet the needs of the disability community, elders, youth, and people experiencing homelessness. Public transportation and mobility offerings that are accessible, reliable, allow residents to navigate Pontiac and the surrounding area by foot, bike, car, or bus. And then inclusive natural spaces that reintroduce native plants and invite residents to gather and enjoy nature. So these are some of the feedback that we're getting from residents to our community engagement team. As I mentioned, the departments that was asked by city council members in the past who's moving down here, so you can see all the different departments that we're moving down: neighborhood and housing development, equalization, the county executive's office, risk management, public communications, management, budget, purchasing, human resources, economic development, workforce development. Some members of the IT, we have a major IT operation, so we have some members coming down from IT. Health, Veteran Services, MSU Extension, the Board of Commissioners, Corp Council, and Community Corrections. So we'll have over, like I said, 700 county employees, 17 different departments. We'll benefit from a variety of programs and public services, including all the ones mentioned there. So we're excited about that. Also, I wanted to give you an update. Granger is the construction management firm that will be doing the renovation in 31 East Judson. So we'll be renovating all of those floors, the 8 different floors. They were awarded this contract, and master planning for the Judson block is underway. We are looking at adding an additional space. One of the responsibilities of Oakland County is to be a convener. We have a big space in our executive office building right now that convenes a lot of different groups. The building, the way it's currently constructed, does not allow for that, so we'll be looking for an add-on to the 31 Judson building. Also, we've talked to Granger. We will be having trade fairs. Granger is planning its first trade fair, tentatively scheduled for the January-February timeframe. We'll also be planning in March, April, and July. This is an opportunity for us to really make sure that we're talking to businesses that are located in Pontiac and making sure that they are connected to the bid process that will take place with Granger. We also want to make sure that we are talking to the community and folks that are looking for jobs and skills and giving them an opportunity. So this isn't just a trade fair for those that have businesses. It's also for those that are looking for construction work. So that's what's going on with Granger. There's a lot more going on, but I wanted to give you what I thought was kind of the essence of what's taking place right now, and so we're really starting to move. We've got the team. The last piece of the puzzle here is the developer contract, and really appreciate the support. I know that we had a few people from the mayor's office that was part of the evaluation committee. I also want to recognize Carlton, who was also on that evaluation committee, and some other members from the Pontiac community as well. So it's important that this continue to be a partnership with the county. So thank you so much for allowing me some time, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
All right, let's do it. Thank you again for coming yet again to give an update to the community and the council, because it's such a substantial and positive development for our community. We want to make sure everyone knows the moving parts, especially since it might impact a lot of your commutes in just a short period of time. Pro Tem Carrington and then Councilman Rutherford.
Yes, thank you, President McGinnis. First and foremost, I definitely thank you for the presentation and bringing the community up to date. And also that you highlighted trade fairs, so give small businesses in the city of Pontiac the opportunity to be part of the bidding process. And I just want to ask, once you get those dates, could you please email those dates to the city council so we can get it out through our communications department?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for the question.
Thank you. Councilman Rutherford.
Hey, Sean.
Hi.
Two questions. Number one, you mentioned about 7 minutes into your presentation that you guys are meeting with Pontiac community leaders. Who are those leaders, and where can we get that list?
So the folks that are at the table, I represent County Executive Dave Coulter on that MOA, and then Dave Woodward is on there, as well as your President McGinnis, City Council President, as well as the Mayor. And then we have a few at-large members as well from the City of Pontiac.
And who are those people?
They haven't been in attendance yet. We're reaching out to them, but Reverend Cogwell is one of them. And I'm drawing a blank on the other gentleman's name, Sean Preston.
And so I guess my follow-up would be to the administration. How many people from actually that live in that district or in that area were included in the choosing of the people you chose? Because from my understanding, from what you and from what Dave Woodward said, is that you were going to include people from that district and others. And so I'm just trying to figure out when did you guys, I know you didn't decide, so I'm asking the administration, when did you guys decide on the list of the people you would have as community liaisons for that district and for that community as a whole? I yield to Mayor Grimer for an answer.
Well, the only name that I suggested was Sean Preston's name, and I believe he does live in District 1. He lives right close to the border of District 1 and District 7, but I think he's in District 1. The Reverend's name did not come from me, and so I would ask the Deputy County Executive about Reverend Cogna.
Yes, we asked for some at-large members from the Committee of 50, Pastor Jones, and he provided a list of some names for us.
But the redevelopment team is open to more. There's been just 2 initial conversations, and
That's
they have
correct.
stated that they're up for more names.
Yes. We got to get the process going, but we're happy to have other people at the table.
Further discussion or questions on this special presentation? Okay, thank you very much for
Thank
your
you.
time. I hope you
Thank
have
you.
a great
Appreciate
rest of
it.
the night. We're at number 3 on the agenda, Pontiac General Election voter participation. We turn the floor over now to Pontiac City Clerk Garland Doyle. He and his team facilitated the conclusion of the general election process, and so we give the floor now to Clerk Doyle.